Hey YouTube, Kevin Cleary here with another first impressions on another CRKT for 2017. This of course is the CRKT Batum designed by Jasper Voxnäs. Pretty big bulky knife, not too dissimilar from a lot of the other designs that he's done. If you're familiar with any of the stuff that he's got from Boker or others from CRKT, this is fairly standard fare. I was initially drawn to this knife because of a couple things. One is the construction. I like the G10 and stainless steel combination. I like that nice big front choil that allows me to sort of get up on the blade. And I like the fact that, I really enjoyed the Amicus last year. And so because this kind of reminded me of it and seemed very similar in terms of size, shape, construction, all of that, I really wanted to try it out. Now let's get to the size of this knife in particular. 7 7/8 overall, which is short. Like this is a fairly, in hand, this is a big knife. And certainly in terms of first impressions, yeah, big is the thing that really comes to mind. This is a hefty, thick knife. So it seems almost weird to say that it's under 8 inches. Only 3 1/8 inch blade, 4 3/4 inch handle. The number that really, of course, stands out here, if I close the knife, you can see this is almost 2 inches. Okay, so pretty thick, going to be a bit of a pocket hog there. And of course, the weight on this is 7 ounces, which is, again, pretty hefty. Now, let me quickly go through sort of the features on this. We'll go through, just start with the blade and kind of work our way back. Big thick hunk of 8CR13 MOV blade steel. That blade steel, of course, is nothing special, but pretty well par for the course at this price point. I will say I appreciate the fact that they've nicely beveled the opening hole so that there's no sharp edges on there. Got to give them some credit for that. Moving on, this is one of the things that often seems to get missed. This is a knife that is, certainly in that overbuilt sort of vein of knife construction, and the stop pin is nice and big and thick to kind of go along with that that kind of design style. Okay. Gotta say, I appreciate that. It's on Teflon washers, which are quite smooth. Now, this is, I don't know, the second or third day that I've had this, and I did clean it up just a little. I haven't taken it apart yet, but I will. It's already pretty smooth, but from the factory, like right out of the box, it was just a little gritty, and that was just dirt and junk that gets in there from the building process, okay? The clip over on this side, can be tip up or tip down, but no left hand carry. G10 and stainless steel construction, which I do appreciate, and that again is one of the things that kind of drew me to the knife. Back spacer here, which is fine. 3 screws in there seems like a little overkill. And I would have wished this were standoff construction anyway. Now I will say it's a small backspacer, so overall this is a pretty open knife, easy to kind of clean out and maintain. One thing that did stand out to me, just a spring clip by the way, but one thing that did stand out is this knife has an over travel stop, which is not something we're used to seeing in budget-minded folders or budget-minded stainless steel frame locks. Some of them do have it, so I was a little impressed to see it on this particular knife. Overall, I've got to say that, this is a knife that offers a fairly budget-friendly, hard-use folder. Okay, this is one of those sort of overbuilt knives that people seem to really be drawn to these days, and I'm one of those people. I do like the design. I like the way this feels in hand. Now I do know that for a lot of people, just the size and weight and bulk of this knife are going to put them off, as will the design. I mean, this is a pretty different knife design. We're not used to seeing blades of this shape. We're not used to seeing some of these things that this knife is doing. So I understand this knife is probably not for everybody. But if you're a fan of Vox designs, and if you're a fan of big hefty knives, I think you'll appreciate this one. There you go, guys. That's my overall take on the CRKT Batum. Of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you won't miss any of the other first impressions that I've got coming up this week, nor will you miss the full review when I get to it after I've had enough time to sort of play with this and get a good sense for it. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.